the boy, Tien. Alright. What y'all know about my mans? What you know? What you know about my mans? What you know about my boy Tien? Tell me right now. What you know about the best character in the game? Top one. You know, I covered Tien before, but Tien actually got some changes that are worth mentioning, right? And just kind of recapping everything, you know. Let's break the character down, right? Let's talk about the subject at hand. I want to talk about his specials, right? First and foremost, the biggest changes this season to Tien was, let me show you, observe. He now has a guard point, right? On, well, I think it's infinite guard point, right? On command grab, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it's infinite guard point. Let's see. Oh yeah, he just don't care. It's fully invincible. Yeah, he don't care. My man he out here. He out here, bro. He assists too. Oh, he ran out of invincibility. My man really out here, bro. He just doesn't care. Look at him. He's having so much fun. What frame is it active? Frame 5. He really out here. He don't care, bro. He just gonna smoke you with his EX command grab, right? So that was one thing he got. That was one of the big changes he got, right? Like he could just throw out. You could try to throw this out as a reversal on a block swing when you reset your pressure, right? You know, you can't mash him. You can't mash on him as often due to the fact that this move is fully invincible, right? Because of the guard points it has. You can still Dragon Rush him out of it, you know, super or whatever. Thank you for the follow. But you can't really do much else, right? Your best options are run away or try to punish the recovery, right? Which in itself is still hard to do, you know? Yeah, that was one of the big things. And then the other big thing he got was the armor on his M and H chop, right? So if you're Tien, you should be buffering, you know, chop, right? Boom, they chop, you know. Then you special tag if they're high enough and you get a combo off of it, right? Or you could just vanish, you know, keep it super simple, you know. Jiren also got a buff like this, right? Where his J2H has armor. And then, you know, they explode, you have a great time, everybody enjoyed the party, everybody left with the goodie bag except the person who got laughed at, right? Remember, though, you don't want to remember, you don't want people to laugh at you, you want them to laugh with you, okay? So that was the two big changes to Tien, right, coming into this patch, right? The best things, right? He didn't need it, but they're like, you know what, let's make you into, you know, a pocket Z Broly, right? You know, it's like a, you know, in Austin Powers, Dr. Evil has Mini-Me. Yeah, Tien is Z Broly's Mini-Me, you know. He just puts them in his pocket and they go out and they go to the club and they have a good time. You know what's sick too about the command grab? It's like, you know, you could vanish, right? You could vanish. You know, you're doing some damage, right? You know, you do some Damahe, you know, they explode a little bit, right? You know, that costs you about, you know, 3.5 bars, right? More than that, sorry, 4.5 bars, you know, for a little bit of damage. Or, observe, with the new mechanic that is called Special Tag, you can now do this. Oh my god, all that meter and damage. Look at the meter build. You're not losing anything. Look at it. Observe. And then you bring Tien and you level 1 the shit out of them. Right? So now that you can special tag in the game, it just gives you more options, especially considering that grab retains one of the smashes. Here, the thing that sucks about it though is, you know, you have to have a character that can take advantage of it, right? But at the same time, a lot of the characters this season can. You know, you apply a little bit more meter. And now you can do the same thing with 21. You get the steal, right? You do this. Let me change Z assist mid combo because you can do that in the tournament. And then, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. Very cool extensions, I know, Cora. Thank you. I'm just built different. So yeah, so that's the cool thing about the grab, right? It's got the guard point plus the fact that you can special tag now. It gives you, you know, creative ways to extend and build resources as opposed to losing resources. Score cycle back M is a perfect knockdown too. You mean a sliding knockdown? Yeah, well, I'll get the crane strike when I get the crane strike. And it's not just M. It's L, right? L version also sliding knockdowns. Okay, but I'll get there. You know. If you're a god, you can actually get a re-jump here. Oh! And then you retain the smash. I totally forgot. But yeah, if you're a god, you can do that. You have to delay the special tag a little bit. But I'm not a god. I'm not going to get it every time. I am so happy I got it for the video. Because I practiced this for like 10 minutes and I got it once. Oh, man. Oh, man. What up, Phoenix Knight? So now that we're done about command grab, right? I talked about his chops a little bit earlier. In my previous video, I talked about this. And this is still super potent, right? You know, the fact that he can EX chop, you know, instant air EX chop, right? And now it has a guard point, right? So, I can get this. So now, this wasn't part of last season or last patch, right? Now it has a guard point. So even if you mash, right, when they try to mix in the EX chop, you could just straight up get smoked. You could just straight up get smoked. That's kind of cheap. It's not kind of cheap. That's very cheap. Like, let me just put it into perspective, right? Auditory? Thank you. He's right. What the hell was that? Oh, I did it too late. But yeah, so now mashing for this mix-up, it's a risk, right? You can't mash on this. You can't mash on this, right? Not as easy. Not as consistent as you used to be able to. Due to the simple fact that there's now guard points on it, right? That's crazy. This was already good. This was not that great. So the guard point buff is actually pretty good for this. It's pretty slow. It's 24 frames, right? You know, close to half a second. But now that it has that extra mental stack, which is a huge thing in fighting games, right? Mental stacks are huge. All these options, all these things you gotta be aware of, you know. When you put them all together, your brain becomes smoother, all right? You just brain fart, you know. But that's the game we play as fighting games, right? The more mental stack your character has, the better the character is. You mash 2H all the time though, so I win. I can't believe this guy. You want to mash 2H? Do you mash 2H when he's in Spark? And I talked about this before, but check this out. I mash 2H, he says. To show you with the DP. Alright, hold on. Oh, he doesn't care. Oh, he does care. Oh. Oh no, this DP is so active. Sometimes it depends on when you chop. It actually depends on when you chop. That's crazy. So he who does it second wins. He who does it second wins. I chose Gogeta's DP because it's so active, right? It's such an active DP, but characters that have single hitting DPs will lose every time this patch. Alright, so the beauty about chop, right, is when you instant air chop, if you do it correctly, you cannot get 2H here. I am very bad. There we go. And if you do it correctly, I think it's a true block string, no? But I mean, oh, if you mess it up and you get... That's nuts, bro! I didn't even consider the fact if you mess it up and get command grab, they can't do anything. Someone who practiced this will chop your shit almost every time. Like Apology Man, right? Apology Man would hit this pretty consistently. Not me though, because I don't play this character. I'm very bad at Tiger Knee in this. Oh my god, I grabbed him out of the 2H? That's ridiculous. I'm accidentally godlike. Oh my god. No! I can't do it! I'm so bad! Oh, that's so hard for me. Anyways, so you can either do chop or crouching medium, right? This is where the 50-50 comes in. And if you get hit by a crouching medium from Tien, oh my god. Oh my god. Can you say goodbye to your health bar? You don't, man, just take the chop. Just take the chop, bro, honestly. An anchor character, right? Look at the limit break damage. Oh my god. You fool. Your PS4 broke? That sucks. You're almost dead. That's crazy. You almost died. How much meter did I even spend? Like 3 bars? Crane Strike. Okay, let's talk about Crane Strike, right? Let me bring my assist back. Not many characters can get 50-50s mid-screen with general assist, right? Like this, right? You can't super dash mid-screen and get a 50-50, right? That's a general rule, you know. Except for maybe, you know, go like Gogeta Blue or something like that, right? Because he slides further, but it's pretty slow. However, if you do heavy Crane Strike, right? You can go high or low mid-screen, and you actually cross up short characters. It's funny. Is it because of crouching? Oh wow, that's funny. Yeah, you can go high, you can go low, right? You cross up. You didn't block. Listen, YouTube person, you did not block this. Yeah, you can mash. I was gonna get to the risk reward, Savage Reaper. You can definitely mash, right? That's the one thing you have to keep in mind is you can mash. But you know what else you can mash out of? Super dash 50-50, right? It's an RPS situation. Fighting games is just glorified rock paper scissors. That's all it really is, you know. You can't tell me I'm wrong because fighting games is just, does my rock beat your paper? Does my paper beat your, yeah, I mean, sorry, does my rock beat your scissors? Does my paper beat your rock? Whatever, right? You don't see them airborne until frame like 12 or something. EX would probably be a little easier because of the EX sound, but then again, you could probably think it's a command grab, so you jump, and then when you jump and then you get hit trying to jump, or you get put back into the 50-50, you know? Even if he gets medium, he gets the same things. Granted, it's slower and you can get 2H, but it's the game we play. It's fighting games. You're on the offensive, and you're gonna make your opponent guess. You blocked all of it? I believe it, dude. Moving on. Alright. Now, Tien's beam, okay? Perfect Legend said this is the best beam in the game. That's actually, you know, that's actually not too far from the truth. I'm gonna be real. Only when he's on point, though. Only when he's on point, okay? The beam assist is trash. It's garbaggio. It's something you would find in the bargain bin at the 99-cent store, okay? So that's where you would find the assist at, alright? Observe. Right, it's 20 frames of block stun. You don't get, what is this? Block stun for ants? You don't get anything off of this, bro. You get no mix. You barely are able to reset your pressure. The only good thing about it is how easy it is to convert off of a hit, right? You do and then they just bounce up right in front of you, right? You know, better visual representation is something like this, right? Oh, damn, he went flying. Right, he just flies in front of you. That's actually a really weird conversion. Let me just do this. And so it's probably the easiest beam to convert off of. That's the best part about it. It's just how good it is to extend, you know? How easy it is. You throw it out, the entire beam has a hitbox on it. Right? A lot of leeway on it. That's the best part about it. But you don't get anything else. It's definitely the worst beam in this aspect. On block, but on point, it kind of go dummy. It kind of go dummy. Look at the spread he has. Look at that coverage. That coverage is super dummy. Only second to Krillin. And I say that because it's easier to convert off of Krillin's beam as it's more than one hit. Butter gun. Yeah, it's like kind of like Doom's butter gun. You know. This is where its true strength lies, okay? You can get conversions like this. This is where its true strength is in. Alright? This super fast cross up here. Okay? You ID over, you key blast, you don't on ray. This is where it's actually its best utility here. Granted, he can also at point blank do cross up M, right? But if you do 2L 2L, boom. Boom. But in overall utility, Krillin's got the best beam in the game. In overall utility. But he has a few problems, right? You know, well, I'll get into it after I'm done talking about his specials. Well, that's pretty much it, really, right? And then we have Chaozu. Chaozu is a blessing and a curse. That's for sure, right? Chaozu's tracking is pretty damn good, you know. I think you can avoid it, but you have to like dash jump right before it hits you. I'm not really sure. I don't know if you could actually avoid it, but its tracking's pretty damn good, right? But what sucks about it is when you expand Chaozu, you no longer have access to it. For obvious reasons, Chaozu's hella dead. Chaozu ain't gonna be in DBFZ 2. This is the thing about it. This is one of the downsides about it. And this not only applies to Point Tien, but as the assist. Right? It's trash. It's trash. This TNB actually forces you not to use Chaozu. And it being the most damaging super in the game, that's kind of crazy. It's 2600 damage, right? Maximum scaled. And you no longer get them back. But it's okay though, you get a little bit of meter. It's not okay. I lied. Rest in peace, Chaozu. You will not be missed. But let's not forget the misfire. On the third Chaozu call, Chaozu misfires. So you actually have to remember, on top of everything else, how many Chaozus have I Chaozu'd? Could have Chaozu. You gotta remember that. Mental stack, baby. Mental stack, dude. So it's a curse and a blessing. TNB also scales hard on it. Yeah, sure, TNB scales hard, but I mean the tracking, bro. The tracking kind of dummy. Alright. The tracking's not bad. It's not as good as Point Tien, but the tracking's not bad. It's pretty easily avoidable though if you find yourself moving around consistently. But you get mix off this assist. That's mix on mix. 40 frames of advantage. No, the assist does not misfire. It's only when it's Point Tien does it misfire. So that's the good thing about it being the assist. Granted, this is not the best B assist in the game. All right, I'm gonna tackle some misinformation once I'm done talking about Tien. Right, once I finish, I'm gonna tackle the misinformation. The tracking's not bad, but it's not the best. It's not that great. Baby B's tracking is still better. I'll say it. And then finally, the third thing about Chaozu assist is you can fake people out. I've actually done this in tournament where on people's wake up when I used to main Tien, I reflected on their wake up and they would reflect thinking I'm doing Chaozu. It's a viable strat, believe it or not. If you're a Tien player, try this. Try this. Use Chaozu a few times on your opponent's wake up and then do a reflect on their wake up and they'll more than likely match reflect. So that's pretty much it for Tien's specials. L5 on assist, insta kills the assist. Level 5. Well, I mean, it's more so level 7. You can spend all bars, right? So now we could just go across. Tien's normals are pretty standard. His 5L does not go anywhere, right? This 5L is okay. You know. Let's see. Damn, he's way over this line when his 5L hits. Gogeta's not even over the. Well, I guess it's also depending on their stance, right? But a lot of characters have better 5Ls. His 5L is not bad. It's okay. It's alright. It goes a decent distance. This is his moneymaker, though. Cross-up JM is his moneymaker. The fact that it works point blank is always a blessing, right? So this is your moneymaker, right? And like I said, this is your other moneymaker. If you can position yourself correctly. Super hard to block. This is really hard to block. This is what the Masu players do, and Tien can do the same thing. Oh man, I'm an idiot. You know what? I forgot to talk about volleyball fist. Check this out. He doesn't care. You can straight up volleyball fist people post vanish. Then you make them explode. So this is very good, right? It's -5. It's safe on block. You can use it at post vanish. So you can steal your turn. You could actually commit highway robbery with this. You could even commit highway robbery with the command grab. Yeah, you could also command grab here, right? I can't believe I forgot to talk about this. Man. Yeah, no, Tien players, remember this. And those of you that fight a Tien player, you have to remember this. They can either grab or volleyball fist you, as long as they time it correctly. That covers it for his specials. I don't think I'm missing anything. Alright, his Ki Blast is okay. It's not that great because he only has one. His air Ki Blast angle is pretty damn good though. It's one of those Ki Blasts that you could throw out when you're kind of above your opponent. It's always good to have a Ki Blast that you can throw out like this on their approach. It's not that great, but you can dote on Ray, right? From pretty far. And the best part is if the Ki Blast doesn't hit, you don't get dote on Ray, right? If it does hit, you do get dote on Ray. So you're basically just option selecting it. And it gives you enough time to confirm into it. Boom, you confirm. The legendary dote on Ray confirm. Your opponent explodes. It's just a bunch of great things. I think it's